All right, let's jump right in. We're about to connect two things that, on the surface, seem like they're from completely different worlds: a brand new motorcycle and a bottle of face moisturizer. But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see how they're telling us the exact same story about a massive shift in the Indian market. So let's start with just one number: 1.85 million. That's how many two-wheelers were registered in India this past October alone. Now, that's a huge figure, but what's the story it's really telling us? You see, this isn't just a random big number. It's the highest it's been all year. We're talking a massive 43% jump from just the month before. This was driven by all the festival season buzz and some recent tax changes that made buying a little easier. It's a huge signal of a boom in consumer spending and, aspiration. Plain and simple, people are out there buying. Okay, but here's where things get interesting. What on earth could connect this economic boom, this symbol of mobility and aspiration, with something as personal as a skincare routine? Well, the answer reveals a whole new kind of consumer. First, let's talk about the rise of a new consumer tribe. And this is a group that's really shaking up both the beauty and the travel industries. So meet the Glow Mad. This is a term from the travel platform Skyscanner, and it describes a traveler whose vacation plans are literally being built around their beauty rituals. I mean, think about it. People booking trips to South Korea to get that perfect glass skin, or planning a trip to Paris just to spend a day exploring French pharmacies. Travel is actually becoming the new beauty ritual. And this is not just some random impulse. When you look at why they do it, the motivations are incredibly clear and almost evenly split. Half of them want to experience a local beauty culture. Just under half see it as a core part of their beauty regime or a way to get their hands on products they just can't find back home. This is all about experience and hyper-personalization. It's not just about shopping anymore. And hey, this isn't just some abstract trend. Let's look at a real-life example. Snehal Bhatt, a 29-year-old marketer, said that an extra day in Paris was necessary just to stock up on skincare. For her, the priority wasn't seeing another landmark. It was her own well-being, and she expressed that through her beauty routine. Now, let's zoom out a little bit. This intense focus on personal well-being goes way beyond skincare. We're seeing consumers increasingly making purchases that are driven by a deep desire for peace of mind, both for their body and for their spirit. Just take a look at this. As air quality drops in major cities, especially around festival times, sales of air purifiers are just spiking. One big retailer saw their daily sales almost double right after Diwali. This isn't just buying an appliance, it's a direct purchase for health and inner wellness. It's an investment in the very air that you breathe. And believe it or not, it gets even more personal. Over half of luxury homebuyers in big cities are making huge financial decisions based on things like astrology and numerology. They're actively avoiding inauspicious floors like the 13th floor, and they're seeking out unit numbers that they feel are lucky. So you see, it's not just about the square footage anymore. It's about making sure their home is aligned with their personal beliefs to get that ultimate peace of mind. So what we're really seeing here are two sides of the same coin. These glowcations are all about outer wellness and self-expression. And then you have the air purifiers and Vastu-compliant homes, which are all about inner wellness and personal alignment. When you put them together, you get this picture of a consumer who's taking a totally holistic approach to their well-being. So what happens when millions and millions of consumers all start thinking this way? Well, the global brands, they pay very close attention, and they adapt fast. This is really the unified profile that we've been uncovering. The new Indian consumer is aspirational. That's the person buying their first motorcycle. They are completely wellness-centric, whether that means clean air at home or finding the perfect moisturizer abroad. And they demand hyper-personalization in absolutely everything they buy. And you know what? The results really speak for themselves. Just look at these growth numbers. Unilever's sales on a platform like Flipkart are up 30%. L'Oreal's e-commerce business is growing more than twice as fast as the rest of the market. Why? Because these brands are successfully plugging into this new consumer mindset. And honestly, this quote from the CEO of L'Oreal just says it all. He calls quick commerce in India a game changer. And why is that? Because it lets brands reach these very specific, very motivated consumers wherever they are instantly. It's the perfect channel for a consumer who values personalization and getting what they want right now. Okay, so let's put all of these pieces together. It's time to really decode this new consumer. So let's tie it all back together. That motorcycle we started with, that represents aspiration. The Glocation to Paris, that's all about self-care. The air purifier is a direct investment in wellness. And that carefully chosen home number, that signifies a really deep need for personal alignment. These four motivations, they're really the new pillars of consumer behavior in India. And that leaves us with one last big question. We've seen that buying things is no longer just about what they do. It's about self-care, it's about alignment, it's about aspiration. So if today's consumer is buying for their identity, what are brands really selling anymore? Is it a product? Or is it a piece of a better self?